Like, like when I could do work, like when I could do
Reality, all his thoughts, carry out there runs and wings, really funny thing. Carry out there, and I think that up to rubber goose, green goose, puff,
I
goose,
talk
nice, they
when
put
I first
cake,
got on
rock,
my
that,
they
that,
they
say,
like wait a minute,
out there, out
what's
there.
up? You told him. That photo that you did last that $1 billion photo that they put up on the
Appreciate the follow, Certified Hokage, while you were listening to niggas sing. Cause niggas act like we ain't got shit to do after this.
Hey, I'm gonna
Anyway,
I do the pitch match tonight, Prince. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get ready, baby. I gotta go get
That's our intro.
you not gonna keep the intro in. Nigga, you never keep any of the intros in. Shut up. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 10. Yes, we made it to 10 episodes of the Hazy Flame podcast, the Hazy Cast, Hazy Flame Entertainment podcast, episode 10. I am your host, So Fresh Prince, and with me, and possibly we're joining sooner or later, I got the gang with me. Going down the line. Starting next to me this time, we got Mal the Kid.
What's good? What's good?
Next to him, we got Drop the Stacks.
Hola.
Below me, we got the Random Hero.
What's poppin', La Parker, baby? I got a title to fist match tonight against Pac and the NWO. Fuck Hulk Hogan, baby.
Next to him, we got our very own Really Honcho.
Yeah. Still bipping. Always bipping.
And then last up in the lineup, we have our good old Sir Freak. Great talk, Freak. All right. 10 episodes, guys. You know, I'm surprised we made it this far. Not gonna lie.
Oh, man. There's real commitment right here. This is impressive.
Surprised we got this far.
Hey, we double digits.
Double digits indeed. Let's see if we can get to 20 episodes. So today we have some couple of interesting topics and things of that nature. But we also have D&D later on. So this podcast ain't gonna go that long like it did last time. Starting off.
Hours.
Yep, you still gotta edit that shit. But granted, I don't think I uploaded it because guess what? I still don't got the other 5 episodes that we need to put out.
The nigga still had an editing team. You'd be good right now. You know?
Hey, give me about 3 months. I'll be part of that team. I got y'all just in the buying right now. And
It'd be like that. It surely do be like that. But you know, gonna start off with like technically our first topic, which is also our warm up because our first topic for today is current events. So it's really just gonna be niggas talking, and as niggas talk, niggas will talk.
My mic good now?
Your mic is indeed
yes, sir.
Okay.
Good freak, man.
Good.
Freak, man. Captain.
And hope everybody's having a fantastic, I don't know what I'm saying, fantastic week. And start to a good old weekend.
Unless I got work tomorrow.
Good weekend. Good football.
Hey, that don't take away from the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Takes away from my weekend because I'm gonna be at work.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset.
Hey, good football all weekend, and then the national championship on Monday. We eating right now.
Yeah.
Football fans are having a great time.
We eating good, delicious, scrumdiddlyumptious.
Getting big back.
From deli yumptious. I ain't know many people said that word right there.
you know that's in my bag. You know that.
Tragic. Charging phone real quick. Bam, phone charging. It'll be done in like an hour.
What y'all want to talk about?
So let's start off. Solo leveling. It was like highest rated. The last episode, the recent episode that came out. In terms of like new shows that dropped. Under it was Sakimoto Days.
I still haven't watched it yet. From what I'm seeing from how it seems, they cut a lot of stuff out. But the stuff they cut out is kind of like just trimming the fat. It really wasn't that important anyway. But I'm like a super fan of the manhwa, so I wouldn't have minded to see everything there. But I can't be mad at the stuff they cut out because it's really unnecessary. It was he probably just wrote it in while he was drawing, just to throw this shit in there. Like, all right, can you fill some pages? But the shit looked dope.
Factual. They're saying
The new season of Castlevania just came out. That shit look crazy.
saying that
I feel like Solo Level is doing a
Orson.
really good. I feel like Solo Level is doing a really good job adapting to them. I feel like they're doing great. I feel like they're doing a really good job.
Yes, for sure. They're going crazy.
Nigga saying that Sung Jin-woo aura farming. He said, nigga didn't need to do all this. You know,
That's
I ain't mad at
his whole character, but his whole character is just aura farming, bro. He don't need to do 90% of the shit he do.
He just
Hey.
does it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's different between doing it and then making it look good.
Niggas want to talk about aura, bro. Just wait, bro. Just wait. We talk about aura. Hey, Fresh, you know what I'm talking about. You remember in the school?
Oh.
Niggas want to talk about aura, bro. That is different.
Can't wait for these arcs. Can't wait for these arcs. Can't wait for these moments.
Oh, me. Yeah, so
I can't wait to see one particular person, but that's not until later on. You know who I'm talking about, really.
On me.
Fire Foreign.
Kaiju number 8 came out
Also
like 2 days ago. After like a 2-month hiatus, they just went dark on us for 2 months. Chapter was fired. The manga's almost over, but they keep having these fucking random taking 2-month breaks.
They gotta do what they gotta do.
I know, bro, but I'm just like, I'm locked in. Like, come on.
Go ahead, finish the project, then take your time off.
Oh, me, bro. I'm locked in. Y'all got me on the edge of my seat and shit, and then y'all go away for 2 months.
Better than me.
Yeah.
What else going on?
Fabio Foreign dropped the diss song, I think, to Fat Max.
Bro, you dissing streamers, bro.
I'm the real Fat Boy Max.
I can't be mad at you as a rapper, but I no longer respect you as a street nigga no more. Cause like,
but like,
so like all your credibility.
It's crazy because like it started off as like a diss, and I think the way it was received, people was like, it don't really even sound like a diss. So I think it was also like the thing was like telling him to hop on it, like put out a thing like telling him like to hop on it or something, and then he ended up recording. And then Max recorded it
because he sent that nigga to open.
I about to say, because then I think he had to. I think he had to do it. I think it had. If it wasn't like if it was a diss, he had to spin it that way because of how it was received.
The Favi situation was purely publicity. This little TJ shit is weird. The Favi situation was purely publicity because he sent that nigga to open first. So for those who aren't in the music industry, the way that these open versions work is that somebody, either Favi himself, the producer, or somebody else on the team that created the song, got to sign off on everybody that the open verse gets sent to. So that means they wrote Mac's name down on the list of possible people for the open verse, and he got that motherfucker. Which means it can't be that serious between those two. Lil TJ shit is weird though, talking about you was gonna slap the nigga and all this extra shit. Come on, bro.
He a streamer, bro. Come on.
I like it. I saw like a tweet and comment. I saw 2 different like tweets and comments talking about did holidays really just start from please and thank you.
Yes. Can't smoke
the way he said it though. Appreciate you. Nigga, I went to jail.
I got my phone at 13.
I'm a felon. I can't get a job if this shit don't work. Nigga, do you understand how hard I am? I'm a criminal.
Then again, D will struggle at getting a job if this rap shit don't work.
Nigga, I was a felon at 13. Nigga, I'm dastardly, nigga.
Not the dastard.
Nigga wanna go there with me, nigga. I'm despicable, nigga. You ain't never met a nigga like me, nigga.
I always find that funny. It's like they think like people think like they're better because they went to jail at such a young age. That doesn't make you better. That actually makes you worse of a person.
Going to jail do not make you hard, bro. Because you know who else go to jail? The motherfuckers who touch little kids. They not hard. You know who else go to jail? The niggas who get their booty taken and be a nigga girlfriend in there. Them niggas not hard. They went to jail though. Convicted felon.
You can go to jail for so many different reasons. Just because you went to jail, it really doesn't mean you're like that.
Convicted fellas, though.
Hackers go to jail. Hackers are built like that. Hackers go to jail. I bet you when Lil TJ was in jail, there was a 13-year-old white boy in there who did some bad shit on the internet and was in there for that reason.
He talking about jail, nigga. It was
juvie.
Scrawny niggas. It's little scrawny niggas hitting scams, doing fad time. Nigga, you talking about jail?
Nigga. Say something you do prison then, nigga. How about that? You want to brag about that? Go take your
little Matthew over there who was playing the chase, nigga. He in the feds.
He in prison. He in lockdown. There's a difference between prison and feds.
With the lifers. I was a felon at 13. I don't care, nigga. You know how easy it is to be a felon at 13, nigga? I could have been a felon at 13. They would have caught my ass. Shit ain't hard, nigga. It don't take shit to be a felon at 13. Nigga. All you gotta do is have some weed in your pocket. That'll make you hard. Just make you a smoker, nigga.
Tragic.
Real quick, I like to give a happy birthday to Mayumi Kayama.
The GOAT.
She is the voice actor of fellow, anime characters such as Big Mom, also Launch from Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying, Eve from Monster, and other good stuff. Also Kaguya from Naruto. So her birthday is the 17th. So the day we're doing this podcast, her day is a belated birthday, but happy birthday nonetheless. She does a great job for what she does.
All those One Piece actors. All those One Piece actors who do them crazy ass laughs, them niggas are the GOATs.
And hopefully I'm not broaching on
the nigga who plays Caesar and really be hitting that bitch like that. She don't.
And it's crazy, bro. If you saw him, bro, you would not think that he would be the one who plays.
Oh, me, you would never think it was him, bro.
And he plays Mayuri from
me.
Bleach, and one more person, another scientist.
Until I saw him, I didn't put two and two together because Mayuri and damn, why did I just forget the nigga name? Like
Caesar.
Yeah, Mayuri and Caesar sound like damn near identical, and I never put pieces together.
Bro, it's a third scientist, and I'm about to get mad. I can't remember who it is. It's literally a third scientist. It's the same type. He played the same character in all these anime. I'm gonna think of it later.
Also, you know what I'm saying, it's 3 days later, but we're gonna give a happy birthday to the voice actor of Monkey D. Luffy, the female.
Another GOAT.
Her birthday 3 days ago.
Yeah, I think they were just celebrating their 70th birthday.
She is 70. She's turning 70.
She plays my guy from Yu Yu Hakusho too.
Oh, okay. And also, I'm gonna end this on a little bit of concerning note, but the gentleman who does the voice for Shanks, he has announced that he will be stopped voicing Char from Mobile Suit Gundam, and there are concerns that he might stop voice acting Shanks as well. He is 75 currently, so just let that be known.
That's the scariest thing about One Piece, bro. These people are they're not spring flowers no more, bro.
They up there in age, my boy. They up there.
And I'm like Frankie's voice actor tired, and I'm wondering how the new voice actor is going to sound. I think he's Toto from JJK, and I was like, I wonder how he's gonna sound in that.
But yeah, but like, bro, like, we might get to the final arc and every Straw Hat be recasted, and that's gonna be
damn near.
like
That's gonna sound different.
at
It's
that
gonna
moment, that's gonna fuck me up.
Not gonna lie,
Really.
Sabo's voice actor already been played in a few. Sabo's new voice actor been played in a few episodes already, and I didn't even notice at first. And I was like, when I did notice, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, he's doing a damn good job though. I really couldn't tell the difference for a second. I mean, I did, but I chose not to, I guess.
But to your point,
but he's doing a very good job though. He's doing a very good job.
That is tough to have.
Really gonna.
An established already rolling coming in 20 years down the line. Yeah, that is tough.
But I mean, it's gonna, like what Velly was saying, it's gonna hit different. It's definitely gonna hit different because they're gonna do like those flashbacks with the old voice actor, so you're definitely gonna hear it then. Be like, damn.
And it is low key crazy just to see how long the run this is going and just how
especially with such a distinct voice like Luffy and Zoro, like their voices are very distinct. Or Brooke. I don't even want to think about that. No. Listen. Oda, I know you're not watching this, but fuck that. I got big dreams and aspirations. You're gonna see this episode one day, Oda. Get at him the rest of the story. Give him the rest of the story. Let him read all his lines. Pre-record them bitches. I do not want to hear another Brooke.
I feel that though. That is a mastered role right there.
That shit gonna hurt me.
It's gonna mess a lot of people up, bro. They're gonna mess a lot of people up.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Oh man. I don't have the news right now, man.
In the anime world, I think there's a lot of anime that are. There's a lot that are coming back this year, but also a lot that are getting like new information this year. Like we're supposed to hear something.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Hear about
a lot of them like in March.
The next season of JJK, the next season of Fire Force. One Punch Man's next season.
I know in. No, you're good.
I say pertaining to that, Billy, like all that information will be dumped on like March 22nd. All the information about JJK, One Punch, damn near everything anime.
It's like at a big convention type thing.
Yeah, cause like I've been seeing that lately. I said, damn, what's going on March 22nd? Everything just dumping out that day.
In recent news, and by recent I mean today, Bandai dropped a trailer for Sparking Zero for the first set DLC that is coming out next week, 20th if you have the season pass. I think if you got like the deluxe or ultimate edition, the 23rd if you didn't buy the season pass or the deluxe and ultimate edition, then you just want to get them over time.
There's another big one. The Nintendo Switch 2 was leave yesterday.
Yeah,
I watched that trailer.
I did too.
Who getting the Switch 2?
Very interesting. I have to because they already said that they're making Switch 2 specific games. So the next mainline Pokemon game, I play Xenoblade Chronicles. That's gonna be on there.
Damn.
So I need it.
I'm gonna have to trade in my
I can't. I'm not getting rid of mine. My regular Switch too hard. I'm not getting rid of that.
You really got a custom made one or like a skin type.
I got the Splatoon 3 one. That shit fire.
Okay.
I'm not getting rid of that. But I am for sure getting the Switch 2 because like, the next Pokemon game is gonna be on there. I play Animal Crossing. The next Animal Crossing game is gonna be on there.
You do not strike me as an Animal Crossing man first.
My girl got me. I was never an Animal Crossing type nigga, but she bought it for me and we started playing the shit together and I enjoyed it.
Oh man, that's one game I would not be playing. But
I play Xenoblade. That bitch gonna be on there. The next Xenoblade game gonna be on there. I play Hello Shit. That's gonna be on there. So I need it. I play Fire Emblem. The next Fire Emblem gonna be on there. I don't got a choice. My hands are tied.
I would say, do you like
that next mainline Pokemon? That Generation 10. I need that.
Do y'all like the new features that are on it, with it being like a bigger screen? I would say like more added buttons and stuff like that to it. Do y'all like the new features that I've seen from it?
Bigger screen is very good. No more Joy-Con rails is amazing because them bitches get real loose and wobbly.
Okay.
They haven't talked about any of the new internal changes, but I'm pretty sure those will probably be good. They might put, if they put an SSD in that bitch, ooh. But yeah, it's bigger. That's perfect.
Yeah.
The original Switch is way too small. Way too small.
I feel like if I have a Switch,
but they made like, especially if the new dock is like 4K pass through too, like that, yeah. Like I said, I gotta get it regardless, just because there's gonna be Switch 2 specific games, and I know all the major Nintendo games that I play are gonna be, the next entry is gonna be a Switch 2 game, and it's backwards compatible, so I can still play my Switch games I already got.
Fact.
Okay, that is I love that it's backwards compatible. More games need to be like that. More console needs to be like that.
I got 90% of my Switch collection is physical, so the fact that it's going to be backwards compatible is perfect for me.
I think more companies should make their next gen consoles backwards compatible, so people can still play, their games from older or previous generational games.
In fact, I don't like the PlayStation got shit like that. It's like some shit is backwards compatible and other shit ain't.
Yeah, because like Xbox would have made their catalog backwards compatible, I promise you, it'd have been up. Because you don't understand how many niggas would have went back to play so many of the old school Xbox games with the graphics that they got now. I understand get an emulator, but rather be just backwards compatible. Me personally.
Facts.
There's something else.
Oh, say super random.
No.
Finally, super random. But random. Something I forgot. Sentenced to be a Hero. I was actually looking into that a little bit. Airs in 2025.
I saw the title of that and it sounded cool. What's that one? It's got a weird name. It starts with like a U.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I was interested in that one because the motherfucker was standing there on the cover and it was two moons behind him.
That's what you're talking about.
It was two what behind him?
Moons.
Oh yeah, I also saw the Witcher anime starts the next month.
They have a live action series and now they're making an anime. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty interested because that story definitely could have a pretty good anime.
I can see that.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid movie drops into June. Into June. All right.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is amazing. If anyone hasn't watched it yet, shit is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, there was new One Punch Man season 3 hero visuals drop. Oh boy, one of them.
I think there's a new anime coming out.
Nah, the way they made this big dude, this crazy. And just big and just dark.
Talking that anime with the U belly, where you talking about U Bell Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas just standing there with 2 moons. Why is there 2 moons? Why is one of them red?
That nigga trying to hit a nigga with a Hall of Purple.
The first episode of Solo Leveling Season 2 is coming out tomorrow.
Nigga, what?
Wait, what'd you just say?
They're on episode 3.
Is it the dub version?
Yes.
Maybe the dub.
Yes, it is the dub.
Oh,
Most definitely is
shit,
with
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is getting remastered.
Oh yeah, that was also.
I was like, nigga, what?
Hard.
Oh boy, there's supposed to be, there's supposed to be talks that, there's supposed to be talks that a couple of anime supposed to get remastered with Tokyo Ghoul. Supposed to have some anime news coming soon. Hey man, if that gets remade how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to play out, and in a more detailed 3rd and 4th season, hey man, that's for sure gonna fly to my top anime right there.
I need a more detailed 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Just give me more information.
Nah, the first season was beautiful.
The first season was good. They did leave out a lot of information. Second season, they went and did their own thing.
So Leveling's coming out with the first episode. Wait a second. What?
Wait, hold on. Do you not?
It is the English dub. It is the English dub. I was right.
We solidified that after we already had the conversation that Solo Leveling has been out.
All right, listen, man. All right, you listening?
Oh god.
All right, now I need you not to listen no more, cause I don't give.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Get out these goddamn episodes. That's what I need you to do. We still got episode 3 out, and it's been like almost 2 months. Yeah. Thought so.
It's episode 4.
Is there any other current events that we have discussed, talked about, stated? Because if not, we can move on to our first topic.
Wait, wasn't that a topic?
Well, first official topic. Well, it was technically second, but I guess. So getting into it, because I think we're done with our conversations about topics and things of that nature. Going into what we do have lined up outside of current events. First thing is, or technically second thing is, the bad. Wait, hold on, my fault. Planning up. Niggas talk a lot. Need to start pinning these things.
It's a devil for.
No. Best era of anime. So, how you want to start this off? Popcorn it, roll by roll, person by person. Not everybody speak at once.
I ain't allowed. Like, I mean, I definitely got a little to say on that. Cause I was thinking about it. Cause I was like, I mean, we can popcorn it if we want to go one. But I was gonna say, I feel that I'm gonna say 2, cause I'm kind of stuck between the 2, and I'm kind of gonna narrow it down later. But I'm gonna say right when anime started getting widely accepted. So I say around like 2014. I think when that first push, when anime started being like more accepted, started being like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like that 2014, that a lot of really big anime started dropping. 2013, I'll kind of say like 2014. Somewhere between then. Do I want to start at 2008 to say 2014? Or I say 2014 to 2016. That's a tough one. I just raised the question in my head, and I don't know which way I want to go with that.
Gotcha.
Because 2008, 2014 has a lot of bangers, especially 2008, 2011, specifically 2011. Okay, I'm gonna say 11 through 14. I'm gonna say 11 through 16. I'm gonna say 11 through 16. I'm gonna just change that whole thing instead of saying 2. I feel like there's a lot of anime that came out in that time that made anime start becoming more and more widely accepted. Because there was so many bangers dropped in that 5-year stretch. So many.
What we popping off on
now? Best era of anime.
Ooh. I'm big on that like late 80s to mid 90s era.
That is a fire era. That is a fire era.
Like that's when anime was like quality wise at its best. I feel like the story is taking the backseat a lot now because of all the pretty new animation and shit. But back then they was putting together like great stories.
I ain't going. I'm saying like late 90s, early 2000s.
Like the.
That was gonna be my second option. I was gonna say too. Late 90s, early 2000s is definitely my second choice.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Gundam.
Yeah.
Shit like that, where like they was putting together great stories. It was the animation was second to the story. I feel like it's been flipped now because a lot of stuff now is like beautifully animated, but there's not a lot of substance there, and people just get caught up on the animation.
Also true.
I feel like it's a mix of two things. I feel like it's a mix of everybody is trying so hard to be different from what's already like. Of course, there's the people who's gonna if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I feel like there's so many animes that's trying to be different and also masking how different they're being with pretty animation. I feel like it's an ongoing mix of both of those that's making it a little. Even though I personally love current anime because they're trying to be different, I do respect it, but I definitely think that's masking overall.
I like it too, but I feel like the narrative is getting lost. There's been a lot of anime that like people have suggested to me that have come out since like 2016 that I'm like, well, the shit look cool, but like what am I watching this for? And I never really had that problem when I was digging back into the older 90s stuff. Evangelion.
Oh yeah. Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Oh my God, standalone.
I completely agree with you, brother. Because we kind of started talking about this last time in the VC, but that like mid 80s to late 90s to me is like is like the best era. Like I said, for me, the animation is not too bad to what you see now. If you compare it, it's more tolerable for me. And like you said, the stories were like I said up there. Like you couldn't beat none of those stories.
Yeah, like I say like late 80s, and then like the early 2000s is the cutoff point.
The only reason I said mid 80s because that Dragon Ball, that original Dragon Ball, it was at that like that mid 80s.
Was fire.
It was in that mid 80s area, like 85, 87.
The original Sailor Moon anime. I was heavy on Sailor Moon.
Now I ain't gonna lie. I'm the first one who always say I have definitely become very, very spoiled with animation. So it is personally harder for me to watch older anime now. I ain't gonna lie. I've been saying this a lot. It's really hard for me to watch older anime now. I'm very spoiled, and I do prefer how a lot of animation now looks. But I've slowly been able to break that because I've started to watch for the first time. I'm watching Berserk 97 right now.
That one. I
watched it. I watched a little bit when I was like in high school because my friend's mom, who put me on anime, had the box set and was watching. So I had seen a few episodes back then when I was like 14, but I didn't really care like that. And now when I'm really watching it, I'm able to see past the animation because that story is building, boy. That story is building.
The comment in the chat said, "What about Girl Lagann though?" That's Drops territory.
Facts. That is one of the most liked and talked about anime. That's one I haven't seen yet.
Girl Lagann is amazing. Girl Lagann is absolutely amazing.
That's an unwatch for me.
It deserves that it gets. That shit is amazing.
Unwatch.
I did say the anime that was gonna put me back, that can get me back into mech anime was gonna be that one specifically. Besides 86, because 86 is still number one for me.
Oh my God.
That's gonna always be my number one mech anime. That's the only reason why I give mech anime a chance anymore, because 86 came out.
86 is like top 3 for me. I would put it would fall behind Iron Blooded Orphans.
Shout out to Iron Blood Orphans.
Code Geass, I consider that mech anime.
Shout out to Code Geass.
Iron Blood Orphans, Code Geass. Then I'll put 86, and then Gurren Lagann.
Shout out to Gurren Lagann.
Personally, that's solid to me. But I'm saying those are some I'm gonna have to watch. No, eventually. But that late 90s. The second reason I was gonna say late 90s to early 2000s, because a lot of those are what Toonami's anime were based on. With that,
I would have had Evangelion up there real high too, if the 37 movies didn't come out. And
you talking about the constant loop about the same story, except for you add on like 2 new things.
End of Evangelion 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 2.3, 4.6, 7, 8, 9, 8.3.
That's fate. Stay nice.
Tired of the. There are 17 ends of Evangelion.
Leave it out of that. Hold on. Did Fate not do the same thing with 3 different endings to the same story?
Hey, leave Fate out of that, bro. Just leave Fate out of that. Just leave it alone.
Hey, I don't need more than one ending. Make it one good one.
That's another great point about why I like the anime I like, is that I was a big Toonami kid. So I was watching that older style anime.
Facts. Late 90s to 2000, early 2000s is mostly what Toonami had on its stuff.
Eureka 7.
I mean, that's still what they got going.
Eureka 7 is another mech anime that I love to death.
Factual. Another comment said, "What about High School DxD?" All right, that is drops territory again.
Okay.
I watched that shit when I was in high school. I told you I got my one friend who put me on to Tokyo Ghoul and got me into anime. I was just watching anything that nigga told me to watch, and that was one of the things he told me to watch.
Hey,
I never fully watched High School DxD. The only thing I remember,
I didn't care for it. It was a lot of titties flying around.
The only thing
it gets even worse when they turn around and they take those away. They censor it.
Okay.
Because the story's bad. What's the point of watching it now?
I wasn't never.
The story's not good.
I wasn't never locked in for real. I wasn't never locked in for real on the DxD. It was a lot of titties flapping around, and
I mean,
even as a high school kid, I wasn't really into that ecchi shit.
Oh fuck. I was like that second era for me would be that late 90s, early 2000s, because Inuyasha
is one of my favorite anime of all time. The original Full Metal Alchemist is, I don't care what anybody say, Brotherhood is very cute. The original Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite anime of all time. I know Brotherhood looks pretty, but I enjoy the shit that they cut out to make Brotherhood. I enjoy all that extra shit.
All they really did was just make it more close to the source material than the regular Full Metal.
I love regular Full Metal. I love OG Full Metal.
Because granted, I think after the original Full Metal, there was a movie that came out that concluded for Full Metal Alchemist, the original. It kind of tied up loose strings. But yeah, I'm going. Toonami era, the Toonami with OG Naruto had your One Piece in there here and there. Had your underground anime like MAR, IGPX.
I remember IGPX.
LXR.
Yeah,
Eureka 7. I don't know how Eureka 7 flew under the radar for so many people.
The reason that I hate mech anime, Big O, that came on at exactly 3:30 to 4 o'clock every night.
Oh yeah, Big O. So, yeah, Big O.
I still don't understand.
The reason I don't like mech anime.
I mean, it wasn't that good, but it was like dog shit terrible.
It's the reason I don't like mech anime. it's the sole and only reason I don't like mech anime. And I couldn't even tell you why because I was so young. I couldn't even tell you why I don't like it and that reason why. I just remember I didn't like it so much that I didn't like mech anime.
Fully cool.
That was like a couple years after. That was a couple years after that original. That was one of them.
I am in the minority. I am a Blue Dragon fan. Blue Dragon was my shit.
Boy, that was my hit.
Blue Dragon was my shit. I was in that bitch.
You know, funny enough, I have never watched that.
Yo, Blue Dragon was so fire, bro. It's one of those ones where you just gotta take it for what it is, bro. But that shit is so fire.
Okay, so with that being said, you gotta take the anime for what it is. So I know I'm about to say anime right now that I would say probably everybody here maybe drop will say they don't like, and I think it's Bebop, Bop, Boop, some shit like that.
Not gonna lie, when I was younger, it's crazy that when I was younger, I was like, man, hell no. But when I was younger, I said, hell no, I'm not watching this. It's crazy. I'm more receptive to anime like that now than I was back then. Back then, I was like, hell no. Hell no.
That was my shit. You know, as a kid,
hell no.
See, I'm the first person to do the backwards. But I looked at it now, like, why the fuck I was watching this?
See, I think I'm more playful and goofy now than I was when I was a teenager. More teenager, I was more hard ass. So I was like, hell no, I ain't watching this shit.
That was one of the animes you couldn't necessarily just recommend to everybody. Not gonna lie to you, because that shit was just out of left field every episode.
I think it was more so supposed to be a comedy anime with action in it. I think that's where it was aiming for, because it wasn't supposed to be taken serious.
Just like that other. What's that other?
What, Gintama?
Dead Man Wonderland.
No.
The best anime that didn't get supported enough.
It was like a cartoon / anime that had like a dude with a butt chin and he had like a certain head with like lift or something. Like I can't think of it. Oh my god, I can't think of it. I
wish you know, Valley. It did get a lot of support.
Dead Man Wonderland.
I love Dead Man Wonderland.
Dead Man Wonderland was my. I was like, this has the potential to be one of them. I was like, if this keeps going, this can be one of them.
Oh me, bro, that shit was so good.
They never finished it.
I was like, that can truly be one of them anime right there.
What else came on Toonami?
Nami had bangers.
Brave Master. Brave
Master.
Yeah, it was Brave Master. The original Fairy Tail before Fairy Tail became Fairy Tail, and then Eden Zero became Fairy Tail, and then
Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin so good. Card Captor Sakura is fire. Card Captor Sakura is a fun watch.
Back then, I was so biased towards Yu-Gi-Oh! I couldn't watch any other card thing.
That's real though. That is real.
Freak, you referring to Johnny Bravo?
I just watched Card Captor Sakura like 2 years ago.
He was referring to Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo inspired a lot of freak.
They said, "Man, I'm pretty."
The way I was like his confidence and his confidence and resilience is what I took from Johnny Bravo. Confidence and resilience, boy.
That nigga was shot down.
He used to get physically beat. He used to get physically beat.
That nigga shot down 10 times. Get twisted like a pretzel, thrown into a car, nigga. Get up, comb his hair back, nigga. Man, where the next bitch at? Where the next bitch at? Hey, mama.
He can go
over. My, hey, that's my dude right there, bro. You don't understand that a lot of me comes from Johnny Bravo, bro. That show literally built up having confidence in yourself, bro, and having that resilience to keep going to that. Because I don't think that. But him and Eddie from Ed, Edd n Eddy are two that taught me resilience. Them two failed miserably all the time, and they did not care.
They're about that money though.
That nigga Eddie, bro, if he would have just put his energy towards the right shit, he'd be a billionaire, bro.
He'd be.
That nigga would.
He got all these get rich quick schemes, bro.
Oh, me, bro, you worry about jawbreakers, bro. We about to take over the world for real with this shit.
Hey, yeah, we gonna get this bread, we gonna get these jawbreakers, we gonna be good.
Oh, me.
That was the plan every day. Hey, what we gonna do to get these jawbreakers, bro?
You don't want these jawbreakers, but I want these
right here, bro. Nigga thinking like a motherfucking maniac.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. A few episodes when they actually got jawbreakers were the most satisfying episodes for me.
Ooh, me.
when it actually paid off, bro, I was like, bro, that's one of the most satisfying episodes.
The episodes where they actually got the jawbreakers, and then the episodes where I think Kevin was talking shit. They took his hat off in front of Naz.
A ball with just the 3 front hairs, bro. He ball with the 3 front hairs that stuck through the back of the front of the backwards hat, bro. That's it.
Oh,
that shit is crazy.
Man, they always hating on the nigga.
That shit is crazy though. That they like Nas was the only attractive woman to them on that block. In that cul-de-sac, these niggas ain't seen no other woman.
Hey,
there was Naz, and then there was the Kanker sisters, which was
I was trying to remember that name.
Fucking, and then it was Sarah, and that's Ed's little sister.
But even so, remember these niggas went to school at a point. You telling me we saw the same niggas same niggas go to this big ass school?
Bro, it's something special about the convenience of living near a bitch. It's something special about that.
That does add a lot of points. A lot of
versus just seeing your bitch every day when you go to school. It's something special about being able to just walk a couple blocks, like walk a few houses down to her house type shit.
Nah, boy, you spit on that. There's definitely a couple women that I mess with only because they were in my neighborhood, that I know I would not have if I had to like go out and about to see them. That's very true. That is very true.
Especially when you young, bro. When you young in school and shit, bro. Like, sure, you might live on the other side of town. Y'all just go to the same school, bro. That's bus money, bro. I ain't even got a real job yet.
I can only go to your house Monday through Friday between 7:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m.
I'm living off the little $20 my mom give me when I sweep up the house and shit. Like, I'm fucked up.
Hey, shout out to me selling shout out to me in high school selling goddamn kitchen knives, that kitchen cutlery, you know what I'm saying? My little money when I was in high school.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't got the money traveling to you, bitch.
I ain't lying. I know y'all that's gonna see this podcast. I know y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Selling that kitchen cutlery, that goddamn it started with a V. Y'all gonna know. I know y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like V market or something like that. Y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all selling kitchen cutlery, that expensive ass kitchen $600, $1,000 knife set, bro. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about.
I can picture it now walking up the doors. Hey, can I see your knife set? It doesn't look that good. I got a new one here.
Boy, you don't understand. Right, I'm getting too far off track, but y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna know.
Real quick, just to say, the Kanker sisters tortured the Ed boys.
That was my original statement. That was my original statement. We went so off track. Yeah, because I was about to say the Kanker sisters. I've like anytime they were in the episode, that's when I feel like the writers threw in some wild stuff that was for like the older people rather than the young people. There's a few times when they got dragged in like the closet or something. I remember that episode too. They got dragged into the closet.
Holy smoke!
Holy moly!
It was crazy. It was crazy the way like that. Like looking back, they was really. The creators was really spin, bro. Like Naz is the bitch that you always want, but you ain't never gonna need. And then you got the Kanker sisters who you running away from, bro. They bring you to the crib. They making meals for niggas. Like they holding it down. Like
she like kidnapped him and like she was like making him meals and stuff. I remember that.
Man, got them their dad's roles, my nigga.
I'm talking about they were doing them wonderfully.
What? They was holding it down. They just a little crazy and y'all ain't like them.
Holy
Crazy.
schmoly.
Y'all was in love with Naz. Y'all was in love with Naz. Naz was just fucking with whoever was popping that week.
What?
Yeah.
They wasn't ready. They ain't ready for that sentence. Right? They ain't ready for that statement right there. Hold on now.
She just rocked with whoever was the hot person.
They got a week. Hold on, talk to him.
You can't tell me that bitch really wanted Ralph that one time, nigga. Ralph.
No.
The son of the shop.
I was just about to say, what did she? I was just about to ask, what did she with so and so for an episode or two, or like a couple episodes.
That shit is crazy.
Whatever nigga was popping, she was right there.
Naz was the pass around for real. Hot potato.
Something happened with Jimmy. Like, I can't remember what happened with Jimmy, but he like nigga. Something happened with him. He had hella bread, bro. She was on that.
She was one of them.
I'm like, bro, Jimmy don't even give a fuck about women, bro. You come on now.
Yes. That's when Jimmy had when he had the shades, and I think he had like a cane or something at the time. I know exactly what you're talking about. He had shades and something else. Something in his hand.
I remember that shit.
I remember, and Naz was right there to his side.
Naz was right in there.
Yep, I remember that too.
That nigga in the log slumber demon. Golly.
God damn, did you walk in the road? Like, goddamn.
I'm like, nah, bro, that man did that. He ain't go nowhere, man. Fuck that shit, bro.
Bro, it sounded so close, like you were in the street with him when he did it.
I'm like, I was saying a good 20 feet away from where it happened. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think he did a little TikTok challenge, nigga jump in the car. That's his vibe.
I ain't gonna lie, as soon as you said that, I immediately imagined trying to jump through the window. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh shit. No, bro. No, that was somebody trying to show off what they couldn't show off.
Oh, that was funny. That was actually funny. Dang, we went so off track from what the original favorite era of anime, best era of anime. But you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what segments and segues are for. You know?
I think generally we all agreed it was kind of like that Toonami era. We didn't really have just like a lot of
that was the overall consensus. Everybody had to like the other ones.
Yeah, like 90s to like early 2000s.
But I'ma still always say that 2011 to 2016 that made anime widely accepted around the US. I think that era was pretty crazy. That era was pretty crazy.
That was like late Shippuden.
It was late Shippuden, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan
came out, Hunter x Hunter. The Hunter x Hunter reboot.
The reboot.
Tokyo Ghoul came out in that span.
One of my favorites, you know what I'm saying? And especially that first season in 2014. Hold on. I know there was another one that came out in 2014 and 2013. I gotta see it. I gotta see which one it was.
There was some banger.
There's a 2013 anime I'm not thinking about to make me upset.
There was something that came out around that time.
Devil is a part-timer. That's one for me personally, boy. That Devil is a part-timer amazing.
There was something. Ace of Diamonds came out that year.
What was the one? The nigga with the sword. The little demon nigga with the sword.
Meliodas.
Sarah for the End.
No, not Sarah for the End.
Oh, but Sarah for the End too.
Seven Deadly Sins.
No. The nigga went to school and shit. He had when he unsheathed the sword, he caught on fire, the blue flames and shit.
Oh, Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
That used to be my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that shit started airing, bro. I remember the lead up. They showed like little previews and shit for 2 whole months on Toonami leading up to Blue Exorcist. I remember being excited as fuck for that.
I'm gonna name just a few anime from 2014, which is like the year that, and I think that's the true year that anime truly got to start being accepted. But like that 2011 to 2016 is what built everything up. 2014, just to say a few, had Tokyo Ghoul, Akame Got Killed, Parasite the Maxim, No Game No Life, and Fate Stay Night. Just to say a few.
Attack on Titan came out in 2013. Kill la Kill came out in 2013.
Origami came out in 2014 too.
Free came out in 2013. I'm big on Free. Free is fire. Love Free.
Free was good. Yeah, that was one of the first ones I watched that broke my standard shonen.
Log Horizon came out in 2013. Log Horizon was fire.
Loved it. That was like one of the first ones that like actually focused on the game world itself. Liked it.
I remember the crazy build up to Sword Art coming out. The Tsunami era was such a dope time, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. That was like you watch
Unlimited Blade Works came out 2014. Terror and Resonance, that's one of my favorite anime of all time.
That's what I was saying, bro. 2014 had some crazy.
Parasite the Maxim, No Game No Life, the regular Magic High School.
You're making a good point for 2014.
Well, I said 2011 through 2016.
World fucking Trigger, nigga.
No, I understand. That's one of my personal favorites.
That's a top 5 right there.
That's one of my personal favorites right there. And specifically about World Trigger, when they started doing the inter division tournaments for World Trigger, oh my god, bro. When they would battle each other to try to climb the ranks, I thought that was so fire. And then you can 1v1 for personal points to go higher as a personal rank, bro. That whole dynamic for World Trigger is so good. It's so good.
They get your ass out there.
Like if you have not seen World Trigger,
it's definitely around the time where I was watching a lot of anime, bro. Noragami, Jesus.
I was watching all of this weekly. Because 2012 is when I started watching. 2012 was when I started my One Piece journey, and I had to watch from start to Fishman Island. That's what we're in 2012. And I think that started my anime is amazing. I'm gonna start watching everything.
Man, this shit was fire.
Damn, I've been watching anime. I've been watching One Piece weekly for 13 years.
When did Soul Eater come out? Soul Eater was huge.
2008. I believe I'm
Soul Eater was 2008, along with Full Metal. No, so that was an amazing year just from those two alone.
I never missed an episode of Soul Eater. I was so locked in. I've watched it like 4 times.
I've still never finished Soul Eater, and that's my biggest mess up is not finishing Soul Eater.
When I read it,
I started it when I wasn't enough in the anime at the time when I first started.
I can put aside my bias to accept the quality ain't as great as some other anime, but like it really got a special place in my heart. It's one of my favorite of all time.
Soul Eater was kind of also part of the me getting into manga back, and I realized there's a lot of shit that's different from the anime and the manga. I was like, not sure if this is supposed to, but apparently
you know something funny. One of the things that made me think about getting into manga, this before I actually got into manga though, was the Hunger Games.
Not the Hunger Games.
I read the Hunger Games, and then I watched the movie, and there was so much shit different that it made me angry.
That was,
and I found out what manga was, and I'm like, is there shit like this too?
Yep, some things don't follow the source material.
And to piggyback off that, something that followed the source material, 2 of the worst mess ups in anime history that messed up greats, Promised Neverland and Tokyo Ghoul. All they had to do is take their time. All they had to do is take their time. All they had to do is take their time and follow the source material. I feel like that's all they had to do. I feel like that's all they had to do. Take their time and do the source material.
Promised Neverland, bro. How do you? It's literally the best arc. How did you cut that out?
But also, they both had the exact same situation happen. First season,
followed the
like I would almost say first season are I would almost say both of those are perfect first season anime. Almost. I'm not gonna say all the way, but I'd say those are both two almost perfect first season of their anime. And all of a sudden the second season come and they did whatever formula they was following for the first, they said nah, nope, I don't want to anymore.
So they out the window.
Change it. Why? Their first seasons were so good. Why would you change it? Why? Why would you change what you were doing?
I think
Sword Art Online.
Promised Neverland didn't really get a chance, but I mean Tokyo Ghoul after that, going right back to the source material doesn't even help the case anymore. Because your second season was so far from the source material that now I'm starting the third season.
That's the thing.
We're picking up with source material, and now I'm confused.
They did that.
Big problem.
That's why I started reading the manga of Tokyo Ghoul. I started that third season. I was like, where the fuck are we?
Season 3 and 4 were rushed too. Like they were rushed.
Yeah,
you would still have to read the manga even if you watch season 3 and 4 because you still would not know things.
Yeah,
trust me, I know.
I feel like something that did happen due to how big anime got for sure was how much the volume of anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there was a point like 2 years ago, Mappa had like over 100 ongoing anime at the same fucking time.
And their biggest one was JJK, if it's during that season 2 shit. If it is.
I feel like shit gets real rough and shit gets lost in translation during those type situations. Like you're a big team of people, but you're still one team of people. 100 plus ongoing anime.
But the person who was like the head of Mappa said that the reason they did it like that was they was like the only way you're gonna compete with the true big companies is to accept a lot of work and put out a lot of work. Mm-hmm. So he said that's why. But I was like the amount they did was kind of crazy though. Like I get it, but the amount they was going was kind of crazy.
That was absurd.
Like that's how stuff starts to get messed up. Certain shit gets rushed, and that's why things get cut out at certain spots. Shit like that.
I do feel Mappa does pretty good with their.
And then another thing with all the volume of anime is like it's hard to get approved for another season after you finish your season.
Your anime really has to hit.
Yeah, your anime has to hit.
You remember back in the day where like season 1 would come out fire, next year we got season 2. That shit don't happen like that no more.
It's only like that for like truly established first season anime.
Yeah, like shit is rare now.
I'll tell you,
Jobless Reincarnate and personally, Jobless Reincarnate and what it looks like Solo Leveling are 2 that looks like they're gonna keep going because how well they did.
Yeah. But if you're not upper echelon the whole time you flying through your shit, if you drop at all, that timeline gets a little rough.
Shit, look at all the animes we're still waiting for from back in 2010s. Sarah for the End, we haven't gotten a new season.
You gotta read that bitch over. On me if the thing was
it's been talked over for the longest time, bro, because the way the anime did end
it could be an ending.
It felt final.
But they've been talking about releasing another season for like.
Speaking of that, I'm definitely gonna rewatch Sarah for the End soon.
You know, it's funny. The way I found out that they were only halfway through the manga is one of my homies who I put on to read the manga. He read Tokyo Ghoul, and he was like going crazy about how much of that was different and shit. And then he was like, "You check out Sarah from the End?" I'm like, I watched it. So it was cool. And he was like, it's only half of it, right? I said, "Nigga, what?"
Then Billy told me, and I was like, "Nigga, what you talking about? That shit finished." He was like, "No, it's not."
Bro, I immediately texted Fresh.
It's still ongoing to this day, right?
I believe so, yeah.
As soon as that nigga told me, bro, I immediately texted Fresh. I said, "Bro, what?"
And their whole reason for putting it on hiatus was because it didn't have so many chapters.
Boy, pay acting.
Oh, my mic playing games with me. They said they didn't have enough like source material to make another season. At this point, you got enough source material to make another season.
I don't know, but hey. So there's about enough time until we can get into our last topic of the day. Or niggas got more to say about this one?
No, we pretty much covered.
All right. Last topic of the day is wasted devil fruits. Devil fruits that probably are dope for sale, but was just ultimately wasted because it probably with a bad person.
Hey, boy, we can spend some time on this right here, boy. Hey, we can spend a little time on this one. Hey, we can spend a little time, but this,
We got a part
man,
two.
This is one of them that me and Zoro, one of them late nights in the Discord when I'm streaming. We talked about this. My number one is the same thing as what I brought up last podcast as an extra topic.
Tragic.
That's crazy. He actually pulled out a list.
Yes, he did. That's the freak.
This is freaking talk. This is camping, sir.
No, the got on slow fruit given to Foxy.
Foxy.
You give that to almost any. You give that to any Grand Line level pirate. They're doing work. They're doing work. Work.
Yeah.
The slow fruit can do work. I feel like it had to be given to a character like that because of how good it can be.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine if you give that to a CP9. If you give that to a CP9, just a CP9 person. Can you imagine what a CP9 person can do with the slow fruit? What?
I gotta go Vanderdeck and shit.
That is for sure a top 3. That's for sure a top 3.
Bro, so many sharpshooters in One Piece who just love that motherfucker for his beat. Bro.
Not gonna lie, because if they I feel like it was the reason they didn't give that one to Von Augur, bro. Because I feel like that would have been unfair. But I feel like it's the reason they gave him the war fruit, because it would have been unfair if they gave Von Augur that fruit. You can't tell me that wasn't a conversation when teaching them was talk about devil fruits that we're gonna go hunt down. You can't tell me that Mark fruit wasn't one of them.
I think they got this little gimmick they're going with all these unorthodox ass fruits that they collected.
I definitely think it makes sense. Like we talked about this before on the other podcast, how I feel like with their dynamic, for how they're set up, their sniper being the one that has their movement, their quick movement, or that can move the team. I feel like their dynamic definitely made sense for him having it. Mm-hmm. I feel like their powers are actually picked quite well. I feel like Burgess is a little lackluster, but I feel like it makes sense.
Not Burgess.
Definitely makes sense.
Burgess. Jesus.
I ain't gonna lie. My pick for this, we still fruit Jack. The nigga's a whole mammoth.
Don't like him.
Nigga's a whole mammoth. And what have we seen him really do against niggas who are built like that? Even niggas who aren't really like built like that, but have some oomph to him behind them. What has that nigga done with that damn fruit?
It's crazy because all he has that I will truly give Jack is durability. He has crazy durability, but nothing else. He has nothing else. I thought he would have durability and attack power and not have anything else. I thought he'd be like no battle IQ, like not much battle IQ.
We seen this man as a full-on mammoth. We seen this nigga in base. We seen this nigga in hybrid form, and nothing of those three have shown him to do anything of the sort. I could say we seen Drake in base, full transformation and hybrid. At least there's something behind X Drake that you're like, okay, I kind of see why you were part of the worst generation. I can kind of make it kind of makes sense. Ooh.
Okay, hold on. So let me interrupt you. Do you? So you would say that Drake showcased more with his Devil Fruit than Jack did with his?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Okay, what is your main lead argument you would say for Drake that you've seen that gives him more of Jack? As the devil's advocate.
When he went
because I'll never argue for Jack.
When he went hybrid form and he teamed up with Luffy. Granted, it was Gear 4 Luffy, and they both knocked out the what was it? Numbers. Mm-hmm. I mean, pure straight, just hockey fight. Hit a nigga. Mm-hmm. Mind you,
right?
Jack is what, the third commander, a part of Kaido. The Beast Pirate, the Beast Pirate captain, fleet. And what has this nigga done other than torture? Torture
every time Jack leave, he come back with bandages.
All right, now let me ask you. So let me ask you this as a part two. No, devil's advocate here. Does Drake, with his hybrid form, last against Sulong Dogstorm?
I don't think he laughed, but at least he puts up a better fight.
Okay, so you think he does put up a better fight against Dogstorm than Jack does?
Mind you, Jack went in his whole hybrid. We're like, oh shit, Jack really about to do something. What happened? The nigga got done in dirty. Mind you, these are the same niggas he pulled off on before and tortured to a degree. Granted, he was with other people, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. And guess what? He went into a more powerful form to get it done and dirty. Man got boxed up.
To get damn near one shot.
Yep. Man got boxed up.
To get damn near one shot. To get one shot is crazy. But I was like, that's why I asked you that, because I was playing devil's advocate. But I also slightly believe, I don't know if Drake would have fared better against Dogstorm. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if he would have, if Duke, Dogstorm, and Sulong would have hit Drake with the same attack. I low-key think he may have got one shot too. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really think he may have got one shot too.
I'm just saying. Every time name me an attack from Jack right now.
Hey.
Just one. I just need one. Mind you, it's not like we haven't seen the man fight. We've seen him fight.
Ashura Doji. Didn't do it. No named attacks. Twice against the Sulong. No named attacks.
Queen and King. We can at least get like one name off.
King only did one name attack.
That's all. That's all the niggas. Jack, third commander, by the way. This nigga is the quote unquote. This nigga is the equivalent of Sanji on that goddamn shit. Or no, not even Sanji, like Jinbei on that goddamn shit.
Jinbei did smack a big mom.
That nigga is equivalent to goddamn to pretty much Jinbei. That if we view it right now, you got Zoro, you got King and Zoro. You got Sanji and Queen, and technically it's supposed to be Jinbei and Jack.
If the Minx weren't there, it would have had to been Jinbei. Yeah, all right. And I still think personally, Jack gets done dirty. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still think he gets done dirty.
So it's just like,
it doesn't even happen anymore.
So it's just like, what are we doing here?
Not only does he get done dirty, I think he gets done dastardly.
You get ready.
I think Jinbei does Jack dastardly with that hockeyed up demon brick fist. Does him dirty.
You give anybody else Jack, you give the right person Jack's fruit, niggas can get shit done.
Nah, I feel that. That's solid. So we got the I don't know what I was about to say what his fruit was. I have no idea. I just know it's ancient model mammoth. We got ancient model mammoth. We got the slow fruit.
I ain't gonna lie, wild card.
Wait, hold on.
What's that Fuku shit called?
Hold on, wait. What's the one we said in there? What's the one Hunter said?
Banner,
the mark for right, facts, easy. All right, so we got those are three strong contenders. Another one, I don't know what Daifuku fruit is called. I just know it's a genie. I just say genie fruit, or it's some fruit model genie.
Ain't the genie like based off his strength?
That is a good question that I can't remember.
I don't know if they actually said it, but I would assume so because a lot of things. Actually, that's a good question. Because he was doing stuff that I didn't see Daifuku do at all, so I can't even answer. I don't know how strong Daifuku is. What did he do?
Yes.
The genie did everything. The genie fought Carrot. The genie fought Sanji. I don't know. Daifuku literally didn't do anything. I'm being real.
These niggas be useless on these goddamn pirate shit.
Go in by itself. Imagine a motherfucker with hands next to the genie.
Imagine somebody dash around with Sanji. Like I ain't even say Sanji speed. Imagine somebody that can just like dash around with that level of speed, like CP9. Anybody use that CP9 like Soru type speed? Actually going in, dashing in with Haken and beating on niggas while his genie is out beating on niggas, or like they go from front and back. Beating the shit out of somebody. Boy, I'm talking about go to work. Go to work. Go to work. That genie was actually supposed to be pretty strong. Just Carrot and Sanji did him dirty.
Honestly, that devil fruit would probably fit Sanji best because you have to constantly be rubbing your stomach to use that power. So Sanji who doesn't fight with his hands, that shit would work perfectly.
It's logical.
He's just sitting there rubbing his stomach the entire time.
You can't rub your stomach and dash with your feet and kick a nigga dead in his jaw. So no.
How disrespectful that be?
Hold on. I wrote a couple of fruit down. Hold on. We about to talk about this one. Hold on. I wrote a couple fruit down. Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's going to get his other list.
Wild card coming from me. I'm gonna say Monet.
Speak loud.
Oh my gosh, talk to him. That's my second favorite fruit. Talk to him.
I feel.
I'm not mistaken. That's a snow fruit.
Correct.
You're right. That's a snow fruit.
Gotcha. Okay.
I feel like the showcasing of her using that fruit, it was very lackluster. Maybe it's because of the people she went up against, but even still, it was just like I feel like you could have done more. You could have really got into a bag, but you didn't. That's just me though.
I mean, but what more could you do with that devil fruit? It's a snow fruit. It's not like it's the ice.
Pay after like shit.
Alright, hold on.
It's the snow fruit, so it's kind of like the most you could do is cause a blizzard.
So first, re-say the title of this segment. What is the title of this segment?
Wasted devil fruits.
Wasted devil fruits. So even if that's the limit of what the fruit can do, give it to somebody else, and what is it doing?
So you're just saying, in a sense, this fruit is kind of pointless.
Like any fruit, to where because of the user, we didn't get to see its full potential. Let's say that.
Miss Valentine.
That's the one that painted, right?
No, that's the kilo fruit.
She makes herself lighter or heavier.
I think that's a better version of Doflamingo's crew member. The Tun fruit. Yeah. Just because you can actually make yourself lighter with it. I think that's the only thing that makes it better.
The devil fruit itself is better, but instead of put it in somebody else's hands, what is that shit doing?
Well, what did she say now?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, replace Jack's fruit with that, he might actually be able to do something.
I feel like
Imagine a big ass man just swinging down, and all of a sudden the weight of his swing is 30 times heavier. That direct attack just became an AOE.
And by the way, that genie fruit is apparently called the puff fruit. Crazy.
That's ironic.
That's funny.
I like it more.
Anybody else got another fruit?
Oh my gosh,
Alright,
yes.
really.
This was what I was thinking about. Yes. I just saw Logia and I was like, yep. Caribou's fruit. The swamp fruit.
I said that.
Didn't hear it at all.
Yeah, no, that shit. He definitely doesn't use that properly at all.
Give that to somebody else. He can store stuff, absorb attacks and everything. Nah, bro, give that to somebody else.
All he stored in it was what? Food? That's what we saw him store. I mean, it helped out the main character in the end.
I wouldn't
there's
say
definitely more that could be.
I'm not gonna call him worthless or anything because he did rise to being a super rookie supposedly pretty quickly. Pretty decent bounty. So I didn't call him worthless, but I know that was all his devil fruit because it was all his devil fruit and killing Marines that gave him his bounty. Because his actual personality against straw people, he was a quick to fold type of person. So that's the part I think makes him worthless. Because if he was actually like a Luffy-minded person, he would be kind of crazy. I think the level you can take as like a Luffy-minded person, like a kid-minded person with that devil fruit, I think he would be like, I think he should be Luffy and then bounty at the point they was. The fact that he was killing Marines and stuff. If he actually had like I don't care. I'm gonna give my gold amount of what type of mentality, he would be crazy. Another one I'd say, the door fruit. I think that's way too potential. Oh goodness.
Tragic. But I most definitely see what you're referring to. Shout out my nigga Bruno, but yeah.
That door fruit kind of supposed to be kind of crazy, low key. Like you got your own dimension. You got the pocket dimension.
Literally.
Facts.
You got the pocket dimension, literally.
You got honcho fruit.
You got the pocket dimension. And you're a CP9 user with the pocket dimension. Nah. That's the most exciting. Hey, maybe. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe. So I'm gonna put him as an honorable mention just in case that him and CP0, he's a different person with the door fruit. Hey, I gotta see. I gotta see what he owns.
Everything is possible.
Right. So I ain't gonna say for sure, but I definitely give him a honorable mention. Oh my goodness, I gotta say nothing. I'm on a roll with him right now. Because all I need to see is one word and it makes it keep going. Bellamy. Give somebody else the spring fruit. Hey man.
I was thinking him, but I didn't want to say him because I hate him so much.
Give somebody else the spring fruit. It's really just a great value rubber fruit.
Basically.
It's a great value rubber. No, I ain't gonna say that. It's a great See, I can't even say that.
Does he have hockey?
Yep. He does. He does
He has arm in hockey.
He does in Dressrosa. But I was about to say, actually,
does he coat his foot?
Springs are literally just rubber. Springs are literally just the same thing as Liverpool's Gear 4. It's literally just rubberized spring and rubberized armor. So I was like, I ain't gonna say a great value rubber fruit, but you get that to somebody else. That's supposed to be diabolical.
Nigga, you got a flash of it when he did use it, but it's just on him. It just no.
Yes, I did.
No.
Because there's no way he was supposed to lose to Dellinger right there. I don't care if, in my opinion, Dellinger is the best mix of a race in One Piece. You know what I'm saying? That's Dellinger. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert. That was my mix for the One Piece Marines we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? What we were supposed to do. I was gonna be a half fight. I was supposed to be a half fighting fish mix person. I was gonna be what Dellinger was supposed to be.
That attack he was gonna hit Luffy with was gonna be devastating.
Wait, what? The what?
When he was bouncing all around, all crazy, when Luffy pulled up.
Oh, yeah, off a building.
But it didn't matter because Luffy's one punch stopped all of that.
I was saying, you seen a glimpse of what the fruit could be. You got a glimpse of it.
That's what I'm saying. You get that to another person. That's supposed to be diabolical. And I think if you give that to another person, you're moving even faster because you have more strength in it.
In hindsight, you do get
power like my nigga Kizaru could.
In hindsight, you do give the right person.
That nigga was moving kind of fast.
Person that fruit, yeah, niggas getting torched.
I would throw this honorable mention here. I don't say she's is not wasted on her, but you don't see her no more.
I would love somebody else with Perona's fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like a more facing character with it, because you see her use it from time to time when she's there, but it's just not like, you know.
She just don't spam it.
Yeah.
No, but I think, but like that's like a, her stuff is so ridiculous that she can't be around using it a lot.
Okay.
I think that's the same thing. I think that's the same thing with like her and Sugar are like have the same thing. Like their devil fruit are so ridiculous they can't be around too much.
I was saying that's why I say I'm not saying she herself. It's just that you don't see her a lot. So I'd rather.
I get that. I get it. No, trust me. That's the only reason why I didn't say her is because her devil fruit is OP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, bro. You can just basically change a whole nigga's attitude instantly.
And it's not supposed to, but that's the thing that makes hers even worse, and what makes Sugar's even worse, because I think they can pass the exception to where if somebody's hockey is better than yours, their devil fruit is not supposed to work on you. I think their devil fruit goes past that exception. Like they go past that and have a special exception where it goes against anybody. Because it definitely wouldn't have went against Zoro, and I definitely think hers wouldn't have transformed Kiddos. She definitely got more hockey than him.
For sure not.
I would say the one time she did do Zoro really didn't really have hockey at that time or like shit like that. So when it was I think it was when they found him or it was in the meet some shit, whatever. But I see what you're saying though. I just want to throw her out there with just that devil fruit in general. I like that devil fruit a lot.
No, I feel that. No, I get you. I get you. Trust me. Another one I would kind of say, even though this one is a situational type thing, it's definitely situational because you would have to be smart, just like how laws are situational. You have to be smart. But if you give Caesar's gas fruit to somebody else,
yeah,
that's pretty. That's supposed to be diabolical. Like that's supposed to be a diabolical fruit.
Dog, like I ain't gonna
you taking away oxygen. You turning yourself to gas and dispersing yourself, and you can make fire. Like come on, hey, like your devil fruit kind of supposed to be diabolical.
No, like as soon as you said that, the first person I thought was Don Krieg. Let him be able to do that and mix his own with his non. So I think it's not poison, bro.
That's what I say. If you give his to somebody smart, the same way if you give law to somebody smart, they going crazy.
Another one that's not
smart. I would say just more so
wasted. It's not wasted because like the nigga was good with it. He's just dead now. But Corazon, his shit on like a cipher pole agent.
Oh yeah, because remove that sound. That's perfect assassination.
Yeah, you get that. If I ain't gonna lie, if that, I ain't gonna lie. Personally, I think if that was Lucci's fruit, that'd be kind of diabolical.
Would have been deadly.
Hey, let's get this one out the way because nobody said it yet. Buggy.
Fuck you.
No. Let's be honest.
No.
Buggy is immune to sword. He's immune to swords, which is one of the main things used in One Piece. And this man was immune to swords. He's immune to swords. He can attack from a long range. His downside is that he has to keep his feet on the ground. And this man was running a small town. And not even really running it. He was trying to control it.
Yonko now though.
Yonko now, bro. Like
not in power. Not because of his devil fruit or not because of what he could do with his devil fruit. He just so happened to end up there.
Being a Yonko ain't about power.
Still a Yonko at the end of the day.
Being a Yonko is about notoriety.
He just so happened to end up there though. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Hey, so did Luffy, but he's still there.
Luffy, no, stop it.
Stop it.
I wouldn't say that Luffy just ended up a Yonko.
Luffy is not stronger than any of the previous 4 Yonkos.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying he is.
Then he just ended up there.
But going off how
but
notoriety. That's why he's up there. Because he went up there and fought Kaido. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for Kid. He went and fought Big Mom.
But that also doesn't mean that his devil fruit isn't wasted.
I
I'm not. But you saying buggy is waste? Who would do better with buggy?
He uses it very efficiently.
to we get sliced.
So actually, when y'all conversation done, I got 2 devil fruit. I'm saying y'all, I got 2.
I just want to see who he was gonna say that's gonna take or will be a better user for buggy fruit. That's all I want to know.
I can't think of anybody.
First episode you seen him, he fighting Zoro. Zoro like, damn, I really can't fuck with this nigga right now.
He uses it very efficiently for what it is.
He uses that fruit to the maximum, bro. To the max.
He's the only nigga who survived Mihawk. Let's talk about that.
No, nigga.
He's immune to swords, bro. What do you mean?
So are we saying that Mihawk doesn't have a way to counteract that? We just throwing out a mission that Mihawk could be a hockey user.
I feel that. I feel that. I'm not gonna argue against or with, but I'm just gonna say in the middle. I feel that, but I feel the same way. How? Because normally the hockey lets you attack the physical body of the devil fruit. I feel like when you're completely splitting, that kind of changes it a little bit. The same way how with Katakuri's devil fruit, how you can physically open up his body so them hockey attacks can miss, like something like that.
Damn, give that man Buggy some future sight. He'd be fucking nasty.
Also ends up in terrible fucking situation.
Oh, he do. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
Running in a crocodile and fucking Mihawk, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, those situations are what pushes him up there. Those terrible situations he gets himself into, is what brings his notoriety up every time.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that ended up being a special paramecia fruit. Not even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the little small twist they give him, the same way how Katakuri is supposed to be a special. I wouldn't be surprised if Buggy's little twist with his special paramecia.
Buggy for One Piece.
So what are your 2 fruits, Freak?
So one of them for sure, I gotta say, is Baby Five's fruit.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
Boy, you gave that to somebody. So another one, a lot of them depend. A lot of them, I can say, this one definitely depends on hockey, in my opinion. Because hockeyed up bullets, which is supposed to be, quote unquote, supposed to be the best thing in One Piece, arguably. That and the speed to use like hockeyed up, like turning your limb to hockeyed up swords and stuff, so you can literally have a mix of the dice fruit, like Mr. One, but you also still got, you can have hockeyed up launchers and bazookas and machine guns and all. Like, no, you get that to somebody, it's dastardly.
Get that shit to yes up.
What was Whitebeard, the one with the double guns, who was a part of Wano, one of the scabbards, whose name I cannot remember.
Izo.
There you go. Give that to Izo. He'll make that shit useful.
He'll make useful. Like, she was like, well, I can get more than 2 guns. He probably turned his left foot into a gun.
What? Hey, him, Blicky Beckman, nigga.
Bro, imagine if you can. That means you can turn your. Well, imagine if you can get really precise. You can turn your tongue into like a little cannon or something. You got mouth beam and stuff too. Hey, come on, now, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm thinking just off the top of my head. Imagine if I had years with the devil fruit, what I can do with it. Nah, bro. That's one of them wasted. That's what I feel like. That's definitely one of them wasted ones. And he just throw out another one. Shinobu's ripe fruit. I feel like you get that to somebody else, and that's also can be another crazy one. But I also feel the same thing. I feel like that's the same thing with. That might be one of them special type devil fruit, like the toy fruit and Perona's fruit. That maybe it can't be used around too much because it's that good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that toy fruit is nasty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, it goes against anybody. It's like devil fruit is not like they already like Kato said it's not supposed to work against Kato and Law said it. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to work against people whose devil fruit whose hockey is stronger than yours. Not those 2 are special cases. So it might be those 3 are special cases.
Mm-hmm.
Buggy for One Piece.
Alright, it's cool, bro. I chose not to say Buggy, bro. Just know that, bro. It wasn't me.
No, I understand.
I chose not to say, bro.
No, I've been on this push forever. Like,
I know. Trust me, I know. I know too. Look, I know too. You've been on this the buggy defense campaign for a minute.
Nah, because that's like outside of Straw Hats, he's my favorite character, bro. I don't care. He's my
and I like that. I like that because like that's different, and I like people that like have different opinions. So I like that because mine ain't like that.
Segueing back to Jack's fruit.
Please do. What's up?
Trash
You
ass.
put that bitch on Virgo. Put that bitch on a nigga who can do full body armament.
Full armament.
On top of being a mammoth.
Hey, pick it up.
Yeah.
That hybrid full body hockey would be dastardly.
Virgo would get shit done.
Oh, me.
Can you imagine the durability of a hockey? Not only he's an ancient model mammoth, and you get all of that extra durability, and then he's a hockey demon. Oh man, that would be so crazy. That would be so crazy.
That's who Jack trying to live up the expectation to and failing.
That would be so crazy. He actually, that's crazy. Honestly, yeah. He's moving up. He moves up to Jack's crew. He moves up to Jack's crew if he has Jack's Devil. He moves up to Kaido's crew if he has Jack's Devil Fruit. Facts.
Easy.
Facts.
Jax is useless. That nigga is utterly useless. Like, you telling me this nigga is a whole mammoth? Hasn't done shit really with that shit other than just take attacks.
Now, at the same way we talk about that, I ain't gonna say, I'm not saying this is for the case, but I don't like Queen's Devil Fruit. I don't like, that's too big.
What, Bronchiosaurus?
Like, that's too big. Like, that's, like, you make yourself too big. Now, I like, you get crazy durability, but like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one right there. I don't like that devil right there.
But he's done stuff with his devil fruit.
Yeah, no, that's why I said I ain't gonna add him to the list or anything. But I'm just saying I don't like his devil fruit. I wouldn't even give it to anybody else because I don't like it.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's not really. It wasn't really him doing stuff with his devil fruit. He made modifications to himself that kind of enhanced the devil fruit.
Facts, he did, and that's why it fits him perfectly. Because otherwise, that is a boo boo devil fruit. Just like when you use that devil fruit in the One Piece Roblox game, it's boo boo. You don't ever keep that devil fruit. Shout, drop no. You don't keep that devil fruit. That's trash.
Now that I think about it, to throw another one of Kaido's people into the listing. Sorry to my nigga, but page 1.
Oh, not my nigga page 1, bro. That's my favorite one.
I feel like maybe it's the people he went up against.
To go out the way he went against. The way he went out, bro, he too drippy for that.
See, I said, okay, too drippy is great. Okay, but facts, he was dripped out like shit. But all right, but we also don't know. We actually don't know what he can do in his normal form. We don't even know what he added to his devil fruit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, it could be.
I don't even know what he had to his devil fruit.
It could be just the situation of the niggas he went up against. It just didn't turn out in his favor. But we seen him go full form. We seen him go hybrid. Each time he got put down in some shape, way, or form before he really got his shit off. And
it's crazy because we seen him and his sister. We seen him and his sister go against Luffy. One got one shot by got knocked down by a Gear 3 attack, and one of them was boxing with Luffy. You know what I'm saying? So I know. The sister was boxing with Luffy while the other one got smacked. One shot. One elephant gun.
Shit's crazy.
He was too drippy to go out the way they made him go out.
I feel that, bro, because when he went to his normal form, I was like, he got it on.
He got that shit on.
He got it on. The bucket hat, the bucket hat and the cape matching the mask, and hold on, I'm talking, he had it on.
Yeah, that shit on, bro.
Can we talk about how
the checkered fit with the mask as the accent color and the bucket hat? I don't know. I truly believe he had that shit on.
Can we talk about how not too many of these zone users actually do shit with their fruit?
Because I feel like that's another. I feel like that's another one of those. I feel like that's another one of those fruit that you need to have willpower for. Like you ain't like the other people. You get to dodge attacks a lot more often. You taking those. So I feel like you truly have to have the willpower, or like I'm like you gotta have that drive to really like get these zones out. That's why I think we've only really seen Lucci go crazy with his zone fruit like that because he had that dog in him.
I think zone fruits are very tough to be creative with.
Okay,
it is.
Let's take into account.
I feel like that's a part of why they don't perform as well.
Okay, but let's take into account Kaku, Who's Who, Jabbar. We seen them niggas really move with the elf. Realize the draft ain't that tanky, but he was holding his own. He advanced his own shit. We seen.
But if you think about it, all those characters you named, their 6 powers is what made their devil fruit seem better.
Like they are extremely combat savvy compared to some of these other motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think everyone knows use their shit first before they actually.
Page 1 and Ulti are kids off the street, and Kaido fed them niggas a fruit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because the only person I was going to say
these niggas got trained in the 6 powers and then handed the fruit.
Only reason I really said it was to say like, I feel like that's the only reason why they had creativity with their devil fruit is because they had an extra arsenal with their 6 powers to mix it with. I feel like those people don't really have anything in their kit to mix it with.
Shit, Chopper. That nigga took the human fruit. That nigga is a nigga. And look what the shit he can do. That nigga's whole fruit just turned that nigga into a nigga.
Touche. That's a point. That's a good point right there. He took quote unquote what people would say the worst devil fruit and literally made something with it.
What's
I thought the worst devil fruit was Chopper's devil fruit. I thought that was the worst devil fruit.
It is. That's what I'm saying. He took. I say one of these because I don't really like to say something like the quote unquote always number one because maybe somebody can come up with something that's worse. So I always say one of the worst.
Yeah, well, in the consensus I've been around, people do not like Chopper's fruit. So.
Because if you truly get that to anybody that isn't a human, what you doing? What you doing with it?
It's because Oda explained how the shit works. And if you're a human and you eat that shit, then you just a regular nigga.
You're just a superhuman at that point.
you a nigga squared.
You a nigga squared. Rumble ball.
If you're a regular nigga, the rumble balls don't do shit for you if you was a regular nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, but really think about it. I really think you should get 2 times the strength and speed of a regular human at bare minimum. I'm like, if I'm two niggas in one, I might as well get double the strength at double speed. Come on.
All you did was take a bite out of mean pineapple, nigga. You just had a refreshing ass fruit, nigga. That's all that happened to you.
Which really refreshing. Everybody has the same terrible reaction. You ain't nothing refreshing about it.
That's probably what set that bitch apart if you're a regular nigga. That motherfucker probably tastes like guava, nigga.
But that fruit probably take like that fruit probably tastes like one of Master's goddamn buns, puff bun, goddamn.
Cream puff.
I was like, to your point, Free, it's something to that effect, bro. Because that's why I said the rumble balls. Let you have the same effect with rumble balls. You eat all 3, nigga, you just become a big ass, giant ass nigga. Now, granted, you go back down. Now you can't move and shit.
Right. I mean, I can see it. You'll become a giant, like a normal giant. But like at the end of the day, like you just a giant.
Hey, nigga, you berserk out, nigga. Hey, most niggas can't turn into a giant, nigga.
But even still, taking into account of all those ones, look at Pell. Made something useful out of his devil fruit. That nigga's not a 6 hours user.
That's a good. He's not, but that's a good zone fruit.
I'm just saying.
He's
most of these niggas is dinosaurs.
His zone is an apex. His zone, but not all dinosaurs were apex predators. They were just all dinosaurs.
Page 1 is an apex predator. His whole devil fruit fights a T-Rex.
We didn't get to see his devil fruit because he got punched in his shit.
But that's what I'm saying though. Every time, most of the time that we see Zoans,
he didn't get to see what he was on.
Most of the time that we see Zoans, at least on Kaido's spectrum of niggas who should be cold,
and it's very
they are very lackluster.
I feel like it's tough to be creative with some of them.
But also, like, Also, page 1 got double the hold because he, unfortunately, like many other characters in the series, was used to show the strength of someone else, quote unquote, Rage to Sanji. He's got unfortunately curses being used, just like how Kid got used to show how strong Shanks is. Just like how Law unfortunately got used to show how strong him Blackbeard is. He be like that. But even though he got jumped more, so I still gotta say
yes, a T-Rex is an apex predator, but like the build of a T-Rex is hard to get creative with that. The stubby arms.
You gotta mainly use your tail. You gotta use mainly your tail as part of
and that's what we kept going. That's why I was making my point of that. That's why the people in CP9 have such a kit, because the 6 powers give them something that combine with their devil fruit. I feel like these other people don't have anything to combine with their devil fruit, so they have no creativity to really go from. I feel.
Right. And I also think that plays into the combat savvy of like just knowing how to fight. You gonna figure it out.
Okay, let's take
Jabra. I'm bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I say let's take it to a separate.
Page one, just a kid off the street. And Kaido gave him up and fruit. He turned into a dinosaur.
Who was the Triceratops nigga that fought Frankie?
Sasuke. There we go.
There you go. we seen what he was able to do when he went to his full transformation. Then he was able to spin.
Another thing.
You're like that's completely out of scope of what a Triceratops can do. There should be no reason why a Triceratops could fly.
That's another thing where it's a nigga who know how to fight. Sasuke was a samurai.
See, but honestly, I don't even think that the CP9 needed their combat prowess, quote unquote, per se. Because I'm just saying, like, because they have the 6 powers, they have something to mix with the devil. Like Jabra because he had Rankaku, he was able to make a wolf Rankaku version because with his wolf devil. Like he had something to mix with his devil.
The creativity came from already having that knowledge of how to fight.
True, but also having another power system with you.
So like, even if you just know like a form of karate and you get turned into an animal, you knowing your karate would probably try to work that into how the animal works versus like page 1 is just a kid off the street. Kaido grabbed the nigga, gave the nigga a fruit.
No, I get your point. No, trust, I get your point completely. Having combat sense and battle IQ from actual combat would definitely serve. And
I feel like the ones we've seen that are very creative, aside from Chopper, are the ones who have like a lot of combat experience,
quote unquote,
prior to being a fruit user.
Best example, Luffy, fighting since he's a kid, hella combat experience and prowess. Of course, he'd be one of the ones with high battle IQ and a lot of creativity.
And then you got all the cipher pole zones. Sasuke was a samurai before he got his zone fruit. And like I said, just in the mindset of a fight, knowing how to fight, you're gonna figure out different things that you can do. Like I feel like even like training, I don't feel like other motherfuckers trained the way Sasuke trained with his fruit.
I feel you.
Like the battle savvy is already in his mind that like he need to slide niggas. So how am I gonna slide niggas? And then the fruit get thrown on top of it, and he's like, oh, I can do this now. How can I use this to slide niggas?
Yeah, he just is for page 1.
I do have to say again.
Especially in page 1's specific fucking scenario where like literally Kaido scooped the nigga up and gave him the fruit, and he basically made him feel like, nigga, you're always gonna be protected by me. You don't gotta lift a finger, just had his fruit.
Going to your point, I would also say the same thing, because to double down on Monet's snow fruit, I feel like give that to somebody else. That snow fruit is crazy, because I said if I can't have the ice fruit, I would definitely take the snow fruit. After another thing, because I can still make a lot of abilities with my mind from what I would use the ice before. And I feel just like how Doflamingo picked up a lot of kids and just accepted them into and put them to the fruit to raise them up into being into people. I feel like Monet possibly could have been one of those people who just kind of like picked up, given the fruit, and just kind of like learned. So they didn't really have like a lot of combat power to like really truly flesh out what that fruit could be.
She had the blanket of Doflamingo and the Don Quixote family, the ones who were actually very combat savvy. She had the blanket of them being there. Like the Straw Hats were one of the first problems that these motherfuckers couldn't solve alone.
Mind you, let's say she did go against some unfortunate folks. She did go against Luffy, Zoro. You know what I'm saying? Very unfortunate. I get it. But people that's gonna say this, I know gonna be like, she fought. I know. She fought Luffy first, unfortunate. She fought Zoro and Tashigi afterwards, unfortunate. She did hold her own against Tashigi and was overpowering Tashigi. So technically, she was doing quite well with her powers and her fruit. But nonetheless, you give that to somebody else, a snow fruit like that. I truly believe, same way how Kizaru went to an admiral with his ice fruit. You know what I'm saying? Then I know he had a lot of training there that make him admiral. Hey, like you get somebody else, get that snow fruit. Like it's around it's like the great value version. You still gonna be up there in that first. You still supposed to be up there in that like first commander, like I don't know what I'm saying, first, second commander, somewhere up there. Like come on, bro, somewhere up there. We'll probably be somewhere up there with a fruit like the snow fruit. And I am biased because I am an ice snow lover.
Fair point.
That's my point. Like I think the combat savvy does play a big part in creativity with the devil fruit.
Facts. You need to have, but I also feel like for these powers that don't give you an actual power, quote unquote, as opposed to the other two, to the Zoan, you need to have your own system to add to it, like 6 powers. Like you need to have a system to add to it to have, like to even branch out with your, like even if you are combat savvy, it's still hard to come up with stuff with just a Zoan fruit that turns into an animal. I feel like you still need that second power system to help you mix and match things, great stuff.
I feel like that's where the more effectiveness comes in. But like if you're like a good fighter and you get like Rob Lucci's fruit, you're gonna throw like your claws and shit into your fighting techniques. But the extra step was having that 6 powers to do the shit he does with his like fucking.
We're talking about this pure creativity standpoint. I feel like you need an extra power system to make up different moves. I feel like there's not really much moves to make up with just giving somebody a devil fruit like a Zoan. You need a second power system, whether it's even if it's just hockey, to where you can start molding and doing certain stuff with it. I don't
think there's a better damn power system to add to that than the 6 powers.
There isn't,
especially after
the
shit who was doing, fucking Fang pistols.
Yeah,
like shit like that is crazy.
And that's crazy because that's those Fang pistols were literally just him. I think he's just doing it so like that's supposed to be him like doing it so fast and hard that shoots out. I think that's all like just like around Kaku. I think that's really just supposed to be like him biting and forcing it out so fast and hard that it's making that projectile. That's it. But that's all because he has that extra strength and speed from his 6 powers. Like I feel like you need to have something to actually to add to it.
Yeah.
And definitely the 6 powers are not without a doubt the best person to have with his own. I think that's without a doubt the best thing to have. Zoan specifically, you need to have that with the Zoan to be really like a top tier person.
6 powers onto any Zoan user and they immediately shoot up the rankings.
Because honestly, me being personal, you give who's fruit to Kaku or Lucci, which I think that's why they didn't give them to. You give him. I feel like you give one of those two that fruit specifically, and even higher tier carnivorous person, which supposed to be more durability than like a cheetah, and more durability than a giraffe. I don't know if I'll say more durability than a giraffe. I'll say more aggression and attack power than a giraffe. So one, you give more durability than a leopard, cheetah, and you give one more attack power and ferocity than a giraffe. Like you give either one of those two the saber-tooth model, I promise it goes up. Promise. Even though Who's Who did well, fought a Jinbei, unfortunate. But I don't even know if I don't know. I know for sure personally. I don't even think I don't think Jinbei beats Lucci with that. I don't think so. I don't think Jinbei beats Lucci with that.
Who's Who never got a chance to master the 6 powers because the nigga ran away after the whole gum fruit situation. So,
but he had the bases though, so like he can train on his own. You know the bases, like you know what you're supposed to do to get it better at that point. He knew the bases.
True, but I feel like you gotta. I think like the shit Lucci can do is a lot more than just training up the basics.
I think also somebody. I think there's also somebody with a lot more ambition and want training up them powers.
Also
true, for sure, because he didn't want to do shit after that.
Yeah, I think he took the back seat on things because he just thought where he was good enough.
And it's crazy to me because actually now that I think about it, he was somebody guarding bullshit. Actually, no, BS. He was somebody guarding something they knew wasn't important fruit. He was actually supposed to be one of them. Actually, not when I'm really thinking about it, he was actually kind of supposed to be one of them. He was guarding a fruit that the government, what they knew it was, and he was chosen as one of the guards for that.
Yeah, he was one of the guards of that, and then he fucked around and also fought one of them Yonko crews.
Facts. But we also see. I'm saying that to say, if he was chosen as one of the guards for that, that means his starting point from that 13. Let's say that's his starting point 13 years ago. His starting point, what he had built up to that point was supposed to be pretty good. I would think he would have more than the basics if he's guarding a fruit like that.
Also true.
He ran away and he joins an empress. He ends up being on an empress crew. You can't tell me that's fighting. That's strong fighting opponents. That's a lot of people with combat parts. You can't tell me with those tools that he is supposed to be a dog in that. Can you tell me?
I think Who's Who got complacent about where he was.
Exactly. And that's my fucking exactly.
And I also don't value Emperor's Tears that much. The motherfuckers weak as hell.
Right, but I'm just saying, as opposed to like trying to learn on your own, he had quote unquote strong people around him, or people that had been around strong people. Let's say that his crew's been around strong people. He's an Emperor crew,
but that's another thing. That's another thing with the fucking Monet situation, where that blanket of fucking Kaido, King and Queen is taking care of everything. I really ain't gotta lift a finger too much.
He's probably like clean up,
and then motherfuckers pull up and change that, and now it's out of the blue, and you gotta go all out again, and you just up against a nigga who Jinbei ain't finna play. Jinbei don't play with shit.
But honestly, just to say again, for all those out there, I know I said I don't know if I think I might double down on this. You give Lucci that saber-tooth model fruit. I don't know if Jinbei beats Lucci. I don't think so. Actually, like I'm saying it because I'm trying to convince myself, and the more I say that, the more I think
he doesn't, because he wouldn't have be Who's Who. That nigga wasn't so sloppy.
Yeah. But
because at the end of the day, Who's Who did get through Jinbei's hockey, so that does say something.
If he wasn't, if Who's Who wasn't so sloppy, like Lucci is very precise. He would have got Jinbei.
I'm about to say I think that's what my point originally was. If Who's Who can cut through Jinbei's hockey with one of his stronger moves, then I think, especially if you give him a more carnivorous person like a saber, I definitely think a more durable and carnivorous person like a cheetah than a cheetah, like a saber tooth. Definitely.
The ancient zones are the stronger ones, right?
Definitely.
So
that's for
already
sure.
a power boost just off that.
But and it's an ancient carnivorous zone.
The only reason Jinbei won that fight is because Who's Who was sloppy as hell and couldn't hit his vitals where he needed to.
Well, look who popped in.
Tragic.
Man, look, he's like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm here for My Hero D&D though. I made sure I'm here for My Hero D&D though. At least you're here for My Hero. At least you're gonna be here for My Hero D&D.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we are slightly crossing into that time frame. So
that's why I brought it up.
So great topics, great discussions, great talks. Let's try getting into the.
I did say earlier we wouldn't even make it. I didn't even think we were gonna make it to full time. I thought these would be a hard topic to really go for 2 hours on. Look at us. Hey.
On me. Let's try getting these closing remarks as fast as possible so we can have a little small intermission before My Hero and all that good stuff. Free closing remark.
As always, we appreciate everybody. Stop by, click on the video. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. Start to a beautiful new week. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already. As always, every video, So Fresh Prince on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Lock in. Check in with them. You know what I'm saying? Slick_freaking. That's with 2 C's. You know what I'm saying? 2 C's. Hey, YouTube, Twitch. TikTok. I would say TikTok. We don't know the future.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll see it's up tomorrow or not.
We don't know the future. You know what I'm saying? Belly Honcho. You know what I'm saying? All the music platforms. Lock in with them, especially that Nobody's Favorite 2. The vibes. Saying, drop the stacks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to spell it because that's a very interesting name of spelling.
Nice. Moving on. Mal, close your remarks.
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
All right, drop. Close your remarks. All right, nice. Hero, close your remarks.
Okay. Then well, shout out to the random villain always. You know what I'm saying, homie, forever. But shout out everybody. Great episode, great pod today. You know what I'm saying. I did retain my title. Fuck the NWO and fuck Hulk Hogan. And hey, this is Zoo's last year streaming. Go to Most the Ghost Gaming on Twitch. You know, it says support on his last year streaming. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out G Squad. Peace.
That's why I didn't even know that. But also, one more thing. Just look how the blade matches the pirate fit. Sorry, I just had to say that. Just keep moving. But I just had to say, look how the blade matches the pirate fit.
Tragic.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Veli, if you're there, close your remarks. No, okay. Dark, since you joined in late, close your remarks.
Say, is it really Slick Freaky if you don't got the sword with him on podcast?
Talk to him.
Is it really him? But if that nigga don't got the sword, it's a clone, bro.
Sounds about right to me. All right. Appreciate everybody for coming through, stopping by. Fuck, hold on, I gotta find someone to read out to. Shit, I didn't prep it. Appreciate everybody for coming through, stopping by, and things like that. We'll be back with more topics. Try get special guests. I'll see. I had to hit the homie say I haven't spoken to him in a little minute, so I do hope he's good. And all that good stuff. But YouTube channel Hazy Flame Ent. Check us out. We have episodes up there. Gonna be consistent starting next month because guess what? My schedule's gonna be free a little bit more, so I can do a little bit more. Yes, sir. And all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody for coming through, stopping by, and whatnot. Listen to anime music as we leave.
お前に会いに来たんだ。大変だったよ。